So for the next part, we have a curvy shape. So I've got this curve here. But what I want to do with this curve is I want to bring this curve out, but I want to define this as a nice ridge line, almost similar to what we did with this ridge line here. So we're going to do the curve up to there and this internal one from the front. Then we're going to flatten around, and then we're going to do this curvy line from the back, and we're going to flatten around again. First, we're going to work from the front. My liner, we're first going to draw in the outlines except for the central ridge line. So we're first going to do the outline, and we're going to stop it where it meets that little point there. And we can take the internal curve that we're going to follow through right where it meets this teardrop here. I'm going to do the same on the other side. So first we do that internal one there. It meets up with this sharp point, and then we do the inside one where it meets up again with that teardrop. Then we're going to flatten. So we remove our liner. Then we flatten from the front all around. And I can use the tip to get into this inside area here that is too small for the paper stump. And I lift my angle a little bit so that I work more with the tip of the tool than with the edge of the tool. Okay, so now we're going to do that ridge line from the back. So we're going to turn our pewter upside down, and we're going to place it on our soft surface. Turn my pewter upside down, and we're going to place it on the soft surface, and we're going to use our Teflon tool to draw in that ridge line from the back. So the ridge line starts in front of that edge, not on top of the edge, not behind the edge, but in front, just in front of it, and it stops here again just in front of it. So with a medium to a hard pressure, I'm going to draw in that detail line. And I'm going to do the same on the other side, again with a medium to a hard pressure. And you want to use a steady hand for this. Then we can turn our pewter face up again. And then we can flatten. And you can see that beautiful ridge that we have there now. We flatten again from the front on our hard surface. Then we can tidy up. Again, I'm going to use the Teflon tool to get into this little edge. Okay, now we can do the surrounding edge of that section, and then it will lift up that entire part. So back onto our liner. Now I'm going to do the outline of that piece. So it starts from there, and then it stops there. Okay, so now I'm going to lift this first little piece here slightly up from the back. So I'm going to place it on my soft surface, turn it upside down, and very softly I'm going to color in that little, but I don't want to go into this area. I don't want to lose that shape. So I'm just concentrating on this front little curve here. A little bit, not too much. So I just want it to flow evenly into that other shape behind it. Okay, so now we can continue with our next section. So we turn our pewter face up again. Make sure that everything is nice and flat before we continue. So the next part is very similar to that one. So again, we have a curve that we want to do, and then we have a central ridge line like that one. So we're going to do that now in the same manner as the previous one. So back onto our liner. We're first going to do the outside little edge up to where it meets that corner. Then we're going to do the inside curve up to where it meets that previous section again. And then we can flatten. So we remove our liner and we flatten from the front. And now we can do that ridge line from the back again. So we turn our pewter upside down and we place it on our soft surface. So again, I'm going to do the ridge line. I'm just trying to find my ridge line. I cannot see it. Okay, so we're going to start from that edge. Then we do the same on the other side. And then we need to flatten from the front. So we turn our pewter face up on our hard surface. And then we flatten the surrounding area again. After flattening, we need to then lift up the entire piece. So we then do the surrounding area again. Okay, so now we can do the rest of the frame from the front on our liner. Then we do the outline of that piece. Then we can flatten again from the front. So we remove the liner and we repeat our flatten process. There we go. So I'm going to lift up again these little curves from the back just to shape that up a bit so that it lifts up this edge a little bit. So again, we're going to turn our pewter upside down, place it on our soft surface, and then we're going to color in this little curvy line here, just to even out that little edge. This is very softly. You can rather come back and do it one more time. Don't do too much pressure. You might lose your shape. Then we can turn it back to the front. And we can flatten around to make sure you've got a nice flat area to continue.